Hello. Hi. How's it going? I'm in San Francisco right now. So those of you that are watching, this is obviously not my typical show. I don't have my fancy intro or whatever going on. The sound is probably not fantastic because I literally just have my laptop with me, no mic or anything. But I do see people popping in. Hey, I see you guys in there. So this is indeed actually live. It's not like my other deal where I kind of pre-record, put it up and everything. So sup everybody. I see you guys in the chat. And yeah, so I'm in San Fran. Um, and things have been pretty awesome, actually. I've gotta say. So those of you that don't know, I am in San Francisco for the Bitcoin 2019 conference, and yeah, it's been a hell of a time. So I don't go to a lot of conferences. I typically, I'm based in Calgary, and I do most of my stuff there. I work for Bull Bitcoin. I work, out of my home most of the time, and yeah, so I don't typically go to a lot of these things, and I'm glad I got to come to this one. So it's myself and Francis Pouliot down here right now, and it's been really cool because there's a lot of people that I interact with online that I don't get to see often, and obviously here I get to actually meet a lot of these people in person. So it's been super awesome. I met Stefan Livera this morning. He's a really great guy. If you don't listen to his podcast, you should. I got to very briefly meet Peter McCormick from What Bitcoin Did podcast. I got to speak with Dan Held, which was awesome. He was actually on a panel with Francis Pouliot and Eric Lombroso, with Aaron Van Weerdum moderating, and they were talking about scaling, and that was really great. Who else did I come across? I got to meet the Bitcoin sign guy, so the guy who held up the Buy Bitcoin sign behind Janet Yellen. So I met him. He's super nice, really great person. And Adam Back. So Adam Back, Dr. Adam Back, was probably the most easily approachable guy. And I was so surprised because I'm thinking, like, what the hell am I going to say to Adam Back? But just so approachable, and he's just like, he'll just get into a conversation, and he's just completely, he's not looking around trying to find an out. He'll just stand and talk to you and have a great time. And I just found it very endearing to have that, where somebody's not looking for the next conversation. So yeah, it's been really, really cool to come across these people. Of course, I've run into other people that I've done shows with. Ken Bozak is obviously here and at every other conference, so good running into him. I've briefly seen Matt Odell from Tales from the Crypt. I haven't seen Marty Bent yet, who I actually never met either of them until Matt this morning. And yeah, it's been a hell of a time. I'm gonna show you my messy room while I'm here. God, so I'm in not a bad room. It's actually pretty goddamn nice. I didn't pay for this myself, so thank you to Bull Bitcoin. But it's like the future hotel. It's Virgin Hotels. So yeah, it's been pretty good. I gotta turn on some lights here. All on, all on. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it has been a hell of a time. We're going to an event right now, well, shortly here, for OpenNode. So it's like the unofficial or official, I'm not sure, after party for the day kind of thing. I think Peter McCormick has his event, which is called What Beer Did. So got to go to that. So yeah, there's a couple things going on tonight. I'm gonna try not to be too wild tonight because I have to survive tomorrow as well. I'm in town in San Fran until Thursday, and then I fly back home to Calgary. But yeah, it's been super awesome, and everybody has been really great here, and it's the best part about this that I found is the general sentiment around what's important. And this is a Bitcoin specific conference. Now, not to say that, some things didn't kind of sneak in. Uh, Sorry, I have to answer a question in the chat right now because I promised. So Jay asked if I stepped in poo. So San Francisco is an interesting place. Um, it's funny because it's almost like pockets. There's like really nice spots that you can go to that are beautiful. And like if you zoom out, the city looks very, very beautiful. But when you get granular and you get in, you actually really look, it's like it can be sketchy. Like, so last night I got in and there was an event with there's the Bit bus that drove up from LA, so a bunch of like YouTubers and everything drove up, and so I was walking over to meet up with everybody and kind of see what's going on. and and yeah, it was, I very quickly realized I was not in Canada anymore. And it's odd because I was here last September and I didn't get the same vibe. Like I wasn't cautious. Well, I shouldn't say I wasn't cautious, but I didn't feel like it was kind of sketchy as much as I did this time. This time, I got out the door of the hotel and I started walking. I was like, "Ooh, this is a little scary." And then like I just the Google Maps. What's the quickest route there? The quickest route is not the best route because streets are scary. Yes, I did not see poo on the street yet, but I have heard that some people have already encountered that. But I did I was taking some road, some awful street that I shouldn't have gone down, and like immediately there's some dude like with his Coke can like pulling out his needle, and I was like, oh Jesus, I gotta get over to a main street. And yeah, it's you walk down the wrong street, it can be very eye-opening. So Uber places, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, but it has been really cool here. I was going to say that in general, the sentiment of what's important and what's not, with this being a Bitcoin centric event, I really have enjoyed the quality of the people that are here. And even if everybody doesn't agree on every aspect of Bitcoin and kind of where it's headed, at least there's not like this inherent nagging in your ear of buy my token, participate in my ICO. And not only that, but from what I've seen, the response to anything that goes into that realm has not been favorable. So they've been streaming a lot of the talk, I think all of the talks, but if you skip back a little bit and you see the guy from Celsius Network, it was pretty quiet in the room as he was talking, and all of his jokes just felt really flat, and it didn't seem to go particularly well. I also heard, although I wasn't in the room, but Stephen Pear from BitPay was talking, and there were some questions regarding why they don't support SegWit yet, and are they leaning towards Lightning? And he just kind of fumbled through questions regarding that, and what they had to do first and priorities, and yeah. So, and I think that's good. I think they should have to answer these kind of questions and feel awkward when they don't have a good answer for it. I think any company should have to answer those types of questions. And if it spurs them into better development, then wonderful. If it does not, then people will migrate to better platforms. So yeah, I saw a lot of that. There's also some really cool art here. So Crypto Graffiti. So if you probably see me wearing his shirts in a ton of my videos. So the shirt that says Bitcoin because fuck banks, which I'm going to wear tonight to the event. That's a Crypto Graffiti shirt. The other one I had that says you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. I wore the hell. I had to throw it out because all the lettering was coming. I wore it so much that the lettering was coming up. So he's there. He's got his stuff. Dorian Nakamoto, the guy that was out as Satoshi Nakamoto, and obviously he was not. So he's there. I saw him briefly, but I didn't go up and say hey. but yeah, anyways, there's some art pieces from Crypto Graffiti that are portraits of Dorian, which is super awesome. And there's just a ton of other art going around. We brought our art piece from Madex, from the Bitcoin Outlet store. We brought that down to display as well. And then there's some other cool stuff too. So like the Bitcoin Rabbi, he has Bitcoin. I can't remember the name of his book now. I feel bad, but anyways, his book is there on display. They've got you know, hardware wallets. I actually got to, so I ran into Eric Voorhees, and I actually, so I hated SegWit 2x, and I you know, I'm not into altcoins, and I see the value in Bitcoin and not, but regardless of that, I still do enjoy talking to Eric, and I find that even if I don't agree with everything that he says, I still have really great conversations with him. So we got talking about kind of what has been going on with Shapeshift, and yeah, and you know, obviously, and it was pretty obvious on social media, he was very sad and upset when they had to do the whole like KYC AML thing for sure. It was like, oh my god. And but you know, he's as he was talking, he was like, all right, well, you know, we're doing what we can, and so now what he's trying to do is essentially have Shapeshift, which yes, you know, has KYC and ML, but to essentially have an exchange for people that are into, you know, trading between altcoins, that is at least non-custodial. So you know, I can see what he's doing there. You know, they're still, they acquired KeepKey, the hardware wallet, a while back, and I did interview one of the original creators of the KeepKey a while back, right as the acquisition was happening. KeepKey was never really my favorite hardware wallet, not because of the device itself, but the user interface I just found was kind of plain and not the greatest. But hopefully they can change that around, make it look a little bit better. And I think it's going to go hand in hand with their new Shapeshift platform. So, you know, best of luck to Eric. And it was actually good seeing him again. And I do appreciate that. You know, back in the day when I first started my channel, as I was traveling, I made a Shapeshift video showing how it worked. And he actually reached out to me and said, thank you for making the video, and he sent me like a $65 Bitcoin tip, and I was super stoked about it. And yeah, and then he came on my show and did an interview, you know, a while back as well. So I do appreciate running into people like that and having good conversations with them. And other than that, there's been a lot of fun people to talk to, and I'm really looking forward to everything. So I'm off to this event after this to see everybody for a little bit of the nightlife here, I guess. And tomorrow is a very full day, I'm sure, as well. And I think the day caps off with an episode of Tales from the Crypt, the podcast, which again, if you haven't listened to Tales from the Crypt, holy shit, listen to it. It's really, really good. These guys are awesome. And they've got some really great insight and general advice. So check out Tales from the Crypt. They're going to be at least recording their episode tomorrow at the end of the day. I don't know when it'll go live though. I think it actually is live now that I think of it, because they're talking about Ford Drink Marty coming out. So we'll see. 5 Drink Marty. But yeah, so I'm excited for that, and I'm excited to keep meeting everybody while I'm here, and then I'll be back in town on Thursday. So what I'll probably end up doing is a couple of these like live recap things that aren't like full videos, at least as far as news go, but at least I can kind of keep you guys informed with what's going on, and then it'll be back to normal when I am back home. So I guess with that, again, everybody in the chat, I'm seeing everybody saying like 12K. I don't have my phone in front of me. Is it 12K? Let's see. Am I going here? I'm sorry, I'm just pulling up the price right now to see, because it's been crazy all day. It's been just flying up. I'm looking at about 11.9, 11.915 on Messari, but yeah, you know, depending on where you're pulling your price from, and then CoinMarketCap is about 11.9 49. So I don't know, like I haven't personally seen it above 12K yet, but it's getting there. This year has surprised the hell out of me. It's been super, super fast as far as the return from the bear market. And I don't know whether to be worried about that or not. I find myself more anxious when the price is going up than when it's just like down and boring. Um, but I guess such is life with Bitcoin, whatever. Anyways, guys, yes, I will be doing a couple more of these while I'm here, and then back to normal when I get home. And I'm also, I think what I might try and do is as far as trying to get out some more like actual educational tutorials that I've been really wanting to do. I want to do some more of those. So what I might do is maybe do like news 3 days a week, and then try and put together like a tutorial on like the off days or something like that. So maybe I'll take Tuesday and Thursday to help put together like my Wasabi tutorial, and then, you know, still have my Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the news. So we'll see what that looks like when I get back. But hopefully you guys are down for that. And again, to everybody in the chat, there's a good few people in there. So guys, thank you for showing up. I really do appreciate it. I see everybody saying, hey, sorry, I didn't initially see those, but yeah, I will be at it. And yeah, hit me up on Twitter, and I will see you guys back here probably tomorrow around the same time. And with that, I'm out. Thank you guys. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.